So we have a lot of different things we have to cover today. Many different aspects of our hobby has some brand new product and reveals and everything. So let's jump into it like we always do here on the Transformers Slag podcast. And the first thing we're going to be covering is something going on in Japan, a special event. The Transformers 40th Anniversary Exhibition is going to be happening in Osaka, Japan at the Umeda Loft on the 4th floor exhibition hall. There'll be a special event, display, and a pop-up store that will be happening between May 10th, 2024, running up to the 3rd of June. And this event, as they describe it here on the Japanese website, will have the rich history of Transformers from Generation 1, Beast Wars, and the live-action movies, as well as a pop-up store that will be on site. The entry into the event and the pop-up store will be 1,200 yen to 1,600 yen, depending on which package you want. That's between $8 and $10, more or less, USD. The store will have exclusive merchandise not available anywhere else, including Beast Wars keychains, unique shirt designs, and an exclusive Studio Series Core Class SS EX Bumblebee yellow clear version, which is a clear yellow repaint using translucent plastic of the Core Class Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. So that will be available too. So go check that out if you are in Osaka, Japan in May and June. Pretty hype stuff. There also is a collaboration item that is going to be happening. Takara teased this a while back that there is going to be more collaborations, and it's one they've done in the past before. So they're going to be teaming up again with the Super GT Japan Cup. And this time it's going to be Transformers X Bingo Sports collaboration. It's going to be pretty much Bingo Sports, a Japanese die-cast company working with Takara to make the Bingo Sports Optimus Prime collaboration item. It's a heavily retooled Studio Series SS92 Deluxe Class Age of Extinction crosshairs with a brand new Optimus Prime head sculpt and some brand new tooling to mimic the real-life Corvette C7 GT3R vehicle that will be competing in the Super GT Japan Cup this year between June and August 2024. It's going to be all decked out in Optimus Prime colors, and even the race suit for the driver itself will have a no-mech suit with all kinds of Optimus Prime and G1 look to it, rocked all over. It looks really cool. Again, this isn't actually the first time that Takara has done collaborations with the Super GT Japan Cup. They did something similar in 2013 where they made this absolutely massive Transformers subline called Transformers GT Mission GTR, where it had a whole bunch of Nissan Skyline GTs, and they were competing in the Super GT Japan Cup, and there was mangas and figurines and girly figs. It was a whole crazy thing, and it was a whole subline, and they're now revisiting that company again and doing more collaborations for the future. So looking forward to that. And we also have an update to our CinemaCon thing that we talked about just yesterday. It seems that the CinemaCon Instagram account posted one of their stories, and if you look very closely, you could actually see that there's a Orion Pax Cybertronian shaped or styled popcorn bucket that is seen in the background, and it's a very strong possibility that this might be kind of, in a small way, our very first look at Transformers One Young Optimus Prime, aka Orion Pax. Now, what's also interesting is we know that 100% that Christopher Hemsworth is going to be at this CinemaCon convention this weekend, and we know that Christopher Hemsworth is going to be playing the young Optimus Prime in Transformers One, so probably we're going to get some more information on that. I do know that tomorrow we have a big reveal and a Transformer Thursday with potential toy pre-orders and possibly maybe even some Transformer One information or a trailer, who knows? So stay tuned for that tomorrow on the Transformers Slag podcast, and we'll cover all of that for you. And the last thing we're going to cover is we just got word that John Warden is now back with the Transformers team. John Warden was transferred in June of 2020 to the Power Rangers and Ghostbuster brand as their global design lead for many years, and now will be returning to the Transformers team after that 4-year stint. John was originally the design lead on Transformers between 2014 and mid-2020. He was the guy who kicked off the Prime Wars trilogy with Combiner Wars and Titan's Return and Power of the Primes. He was instrumental in the creation of the Studio Series and the collaboration with other people for creating BotBots. He was also part of the second trilogy that we got afterwards with Siege and Earthrise and most of Kingdom. And then, of course, like I said, he got transferred to the Power Rangers and Ghostbusters brand, and now he is back in the Transformers fold after the past 4 years. He's going to now be the director of product design for both Transformers and G.I. Joe, a role that was originally held by Brian Parrish for the past 5 years, because Brian's been kind of holding that role for Transformers for the past 5 years, along with G.I. Joe. And now John will be having that role. So I don't know what that means for Brian and everything, but we'll find out and we'll figure everything out after that. Now, what does that mean for us in the short term? Not much, because everything that we're going to be seeing both in stores and reveals is pretty much over the next 2 years is not going to be related to John being part of the team. So we won't see any big changes or developments or anything like that with, let's say, John's vision or anything or his design. So not going to really affect us in the short term, but it is something to make a note of that 2 years from now, we're going to definitely probably see a splash of John Warden's influence on the Transformers brand and G.I. Joe. So stay tuned for more of that, and we'll keep you posted on that as it develops. Now, and that is all it more or less. Again, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Transformer Thursday. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. There's going to be some big stuff, hopefully, some big shaking and moving from CinemaCon, Transformers One, pre-orders, new items. So stay tuned for that tomorrow for the Transformers Slag podcast. And I'll talk to you in the near future.